There are numerous alerts available from the SmarTire TPMS system by Bendix to help drivers and technicians keep vehicles in top operating condition. The pressure deviation alert is the first warning of an underinflated tire. If a tire deviates 15% from its proper inflation pressure, the driver is alerted to the condition by a warning light and an optional audible alarm. The SmarTire system determines a tire's proper inflation pressure by first calculating the amount of pressure that should be in the tire based on its operating temperature and its cold inflation pressure setting. The TPMS system then compares this calculated value to the actual measured pressure value of the tire. The pressure deviation value that is displayed is the difference between the actual pressure and the calculated correct pressure. This temperature compensation calculation enables the SmarTire system to provide pressure deviation values and alerts even when a tire is hot. The alert setting and the pressure unit can be customized by the fleet based on your operation and tire selection. The critical low pressure alert is a second warning of an underinflated tire. It warns the driver when a tire's pressure falls 20% below the cold inflation pressure value. This visual and audible warning is intended to alert the driver to a critical tire condition and the need to take immediate action. The default setting for this critical low pressure alert does not include the temperature compensation calculation. If a tire's pressure falls below the default setting, the tire is critically underinflated and should be addressed immediately. Like the pressure deviation alert, the default settings for the critical low pressure alert can be customized. The alert can also be set to be temperature compensated. A third system-generated notification, the high temperature alert, warns the driver when a tire's temperature exceeds 185 degrees Fahrenheit, or 85 degrees Celsius. The SmarTire in-cab display will show both the actual temperature and which tire is experiencing the problem, along with an orange LED and high temperature icon. High tire temperatures are typically caused by underinflation. It's important to note that the SmarTire system will usually provide a pressure deviation alert, as well as a critical low pressure alert well in advance of a high temperature alert. If triggered on its own, the high temperature alert can be an indication of an alternative problem, such as a dragging brake or a bearing failure. Like the pressure deviation and critical low pressure alerts, the default high temperature alert setting can be customized. A sensor fault alert is issued for any programmed sensor that has not reported its data to the TPMS ECU within 35 minutes of the last transmission. Sensor fault alerts are self-clearing. This means that as soon as data resumes transmitting from the given sensor, the fault will terminate. Prolonged sensor faults on a vehicle's SmarTire TPMS system may indicate a damaged or missing sensor and should be examined further. To ensure proper ongoing visibility to SmarTire system alerts, a low sensor battery alert will trigger when the battery in the sensor reaches 2.2 volts and below. This means the battery is near the end of its life. In this instance, the sensor should be replaced as soon as possible to avoid a continuous sensor diagnostic trouble code from being issued. And finally, the No Tires Program message is another operational alert generated by the SmarTire TPMS system. This message is displayed after the startup sequence if the TPMS electronic control unit, or ECU, has not been programmed with any axle and wheel configurations. To program axle and wheel configurations, use the SmarTire gauge, the SmarTire diagnostic software, or version 6.5 or newer of the Bendix ACOM diagnostic software. A Bendix TPMS hand tool is also required to complete any program configurations. Remember, 90% of all tire failures are caused by underinflation, and almost half of emergency service calls are tire-related. Good technicians like you know that not taking care of your tires can cost your fleet plenty. From higher operating costs and increased downtime to customer dissatisfaction and even potential accidents. The SmarTire TPMS system makes maintaining proper tire inflation simple and reliable. SmarTire TPMS from Bendix, because safety and savings revolves around your tires.